it's me again. So I posted something on Facebook and I highly recommend you checking it out and maybe liking it. But I added to it and saying you should never feel first, like, and it was basically like you should be able to talk about things if you want to, but you should not be you should first into talking about stuff. And like me, 2 summers ago, I got forced into start talking about things that I did not want to talk about, and now I talk about it all the time, even though I don't want to talk about it sometimes. I do, but it's the reason why I'm still alive. So I'm gonna go with it. And I was a union rep at UPS, and now I'm no longer a union rep, so I don't have that confidential issue to deal with on top of it. And so I lived in Moorhead, and not every city has the same like policies or laws. And once you start traveling, you realize that some cities really, you don't really have any private issue. And this was back when I was like trying to figure out like my chip issue, and body control and sensations and magnets and stuff like that, And so I knew this guy, and I brought him home one day, and I wanted him to leave, but he felt obligated. He felt entitled that I owed him something, and I'm just like, no. And I'm just like, please go. And he's like, no, you need to do. I'm just like, no. One, like, there's nothing for me to like give, like, you haven't. And even if I did, you haven't done anything to deserve that. You have not done anything to benefit me in whatsoever. So like, I'm not entitled to do what you want me to do. And so we had a little bit of a disagreement, and I wanted him to leave, but he wouldn't leave. So I did this like demonstration, and obviously people can watch because we don't have cameras in our eyes, but we have the chip thing that can see our brain and see our imaging, and then they can flip it and stuff like that. But we call them secret cameras or whatever, or I think police in Fargo calls it face identity. I don't know. But people call them cameras in the eyes, even though they're not cameras in the eyes. And people are like, ooh. And I'm just like, no. And this is when I started being called a prostitute. People need to learn boundaries. And when somebody tells you to go, you should leave.